you for the work that you do with children and young people. And you are a hero and a leader in our community. And thank you, Congressman Lujan, for affording him the opportunity to lead those young people. Give him a round of applause. You know, I'm honored to stand up here with my family. My wife is a school teacher of 15 years and a Highlands New Mexico graduate. And my son and my two beautiful daughters are leaders in the making. They've hit every parade just about in New Mexico, thrown candy, eaten candy, and eaten about just every goodie that a Democratic rally is able to offer. And the reason I start with them is because hope often begins in the shadows, and it's important for you to know what motivates me in my public service. And it's important for you to know where I'm inspired from. And the first is my family. They go with me, they travel, they show more courage than I do in any day at my office. My daughter, who wants to be included in public school just to make a contribution and has surpassed expectations that her parents would be proud of. And I think about that every day that I serve. The second place is a place called Waggaman. And it's not just a small town of 310 people on a good day. It's where my grandfather and my mother raised me for most of my life. And the reason I talk about them a little bit is because there was an old empty lot that I used to walk home from school, and there was a trail in that old lot in front of a Catholic church, and I would stop off at my grandfather's house every day after school, and he would share with me lessons about being kind to your neighbor, lessons about shared sacrifice, lessons about giving back. But most importantly, and why I get so passionate about issues like accountability, is that I saw a quiet call to action that I had never seen. I saw a grandfather who not just cared about his grandson, but who served bravely in World War II. And against orders, as I was reading this, went in and rendered aid to other comrades behind enemy lines of Germany at the age of 19. And he was awarded a Bronze Star. And I never knew that Bronze Star ever existed with my grandfather because he had it in a closet before he passed away. It wasn't until we buried him in 2004 that I figured out that he was a war hero. To me, he was just a grandfather. Just like I didn't know growing up in Waggaman we were poor. And the reason I share that with you is because we are in a historic time where I'm asking you not to just think about winning elections, not just about growing the base of New Mexico, but that if we don't fight for accountability, the programs that protect the most vulnerable citizens in this country, the programs that are supposed to give kids hope and opportunity, are at risk. Fiscal accountability isn't even a Republican word. It's not even a political agenda. It's that we're answering the call to serve. It's about that in our military, in our public schools, that our government is there to serve its people. And this isn't just a campaign to win an election. This isn't about a political career. This isn't about political timing. This is about answering a call to serve when Americans and New Mexicans are worried about their economy. This is about a call to serve when 3/4 of America is wondering whether or not their government is protecting their tax dollar. It's about reaching farther. If we don't protect those investments, I will tell you it gets worse than what you see on Fox News and CNBC. There are 30 programs at risk to the taxpayer. Transportation at the federal government level. Department of Defense, spending billions of dollars more than the taxpayer deserves. National security, homeland security, public education. If we don't call and serve, if we don't get more active in the Democratic Party, if we don't inspire more voters, if we don't really lead and lead by accountability, we're going to lose the American dream. We're going to lose that dream that my grandfather fought for decades ago. That's what inspires me to serve. That's what inspires me when I see ladies that don't even vote, who are on a TANF program. This was just weeks ago. They're struggling to get a job, so the TANF program brings at-risk ladies in this community to try to train them to get a job. And many of them have been abused. Many of them suffer from drug addiction. Many of them just want an opportunity to go and get an interview. And yet there's bickering in Washington that somehow I've got to explain to them that their program's at risk because elected officials can't get along. Somehow I got to tell them, no, we don't have enough money in the budget, or we're debating about whether raising taxes. Those are debates we can figure out together. But to look in their eyes as New Mexicans and tell them that their government is letting them down is something that I'm not going to stand by and watch. I just want to close on a personal note as I stand up here with my family. We look forward to an engaging discussion, a very classy debate with another new generation leader, Martin Heinrich, our great congressman. Let's give him a round of applause. I think we're going to strengthen this party. And whatever happens after this primary, we're going to come together and make sure this state is blue. And I know that the congressman and I both would not be standing here today if it wasn't for you in this party, if it wasn't for Jeff Bingaman, who was elected when I was 9 years old, and if he hadn't fought for the opportunities that have provided me a better way of life and my family, I know that we're going to honor him, whoever you choose. We're going to honor Senator Bingaman's legacy. So please join me honoring Senator Bingaman. Let's go out there and keep this blue state blue. And give yourself a round of applause, Democrats. I love you.